Welcome, everyone. Oh, my goodness. It's wonderful seeing all of you here today. Thank you for being here for our very exciting 500th graduation on our Oregon campus. Yay! So I'm Chris Benninger. I'm the CEO here at Guide Dogs for the Blind. And I want to welcome you. I want to welcome our virtual audience. We are live streaming today from our Oregon campus. And so let's all turn around and say hi. Hi. to our virtual audience. And we're very grateful for our virtual and our in-person audience for being here. So today is a very special day. It's a graduation day. Every graduation is special. Every graduation is magical. Today just happens to be just a little bit more, okay? So no pressure on our graduates, right? When you come up to speak. But it's our 500th here on the Oregon campus. The Oregon campus was established in 1995. The reason for that is that Guide Dogs for the Blind felt that given the demand that we had for guide dogs, we needed another campus. And so this was started almost 30 years ago. I guess it's 29 years ago. So just a little bit about what's going to be happening today. We're going to hear from our amazing graduates, as well as our amazing puppy raisers. Our VP of Client Programs, Susan Armstrong, is going to be reading a proclamation from the mayor of Gresham. And we're actually going to start a couple of puppies on their new journey with a puppy delivery today with 2 new puppy raisers. So that's always fun to see. And for those of you who are going to be here in person, or who are here in person, our resident staff has prepared a delightful array of goodies for after, and I hope you'll stay for a few goodies after our graduation, and we'll actually be having tours as well. So if this is your first graduation that you've attended, if it's your 5th graduation or your 30th graduation, I welcome you. I thank you for being here today. And on that note, I would love to introduce our training class supervisor, Mallory Hoffer. Thank you.
Welcome, everybody. This is very exciting to see so many different people who came today, so thank you so much for joining us. I'd like to start off with more thank yous before we start. So first and foremost, to our puppy raisers, both those who were celebrating today with their dogs graduating and everyone else in the audience and on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for being such a core part of our mission. We know you guys have these puppies in your homes. You welcome them into your lives and your hearts for a year plus until you send them back for the next phase of their journey, and we are so grateful for all of the work that you guys do. Next to our donors, thank you so much for your financial support of these dogs and our clients throughout the course of their careers. Guide Dogs is able to provide dogs at no service to our clients, and we don't receive any government funding. And today I'd especially like to thank the Eccles Foundation from Salt Lake City for sponsoring one of our teams who's graduating, and Lillian Tremoroli for her sponsorship of harnesses throughout this year. So thank you. And also to all of our employees, all of our volunteers. Actually, as I'm looking out, there's so many people that I know it's so much fun to see this Guide Dogs community. Just from what I can think of and who I see now, we have foster care providers, we have people who serve meals to our clients and the residents, We have folks who help in the dog placement and admin department. So there's volunteers who help in every piece of our mission and our jobs. So thank you all for everything you do to help us run. And I was asked to share something about like what 500 classes means to the organization. So as I think about all of our volunteers and all of our employees, I found numbers to make it more fun. And we have a really special dog today. There's a dog named Jenna who's graduating, and we actually she was named for Jenna Bolus, who is our retired breeding manager, and her instructor's name is Jenna. So thank you to all the Jennas in the audience today. So since our campus opened in 1995, we've had, from this campus alone, have had 3,606 graduates on this stage. And we're very excited to celebrate the next 6 later today. And so I did all the math, so I take any credit for any mistakes in it. But using those numbers, I have guesstimated that our resident staff has served 229,000 meals to clients throughout their classes. And I would like to take a moment to thank our canine welfare and training technicians on the back wall and throughout the audience. Based on our average number of dogs on campus since 95, we have scooped, and the techs in particular, have scooped 2.1 million poops. So. Congrats to everybody for being a part of our mission. So thank you to everybody. We have a short video next that's going to share about our mission, so please enjoy the video.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe that everyone deserves to move through the world safely and confidently, to live the life they want to live.
A man and his guide dog walk through a park.
Our life-changing programs meet people who are blind or visually impaired wherever they are along their journey, whether that's by matching individuals with highly qualified guide dogs, providing guide dog readiness skills in our orientation and mobility immersion program.
A man holds a white cane and smiles broadly.
Or pairing youth and adults with the companionship of a canine buddy.
A young girl cuddles with her canine buddy.
Together, we are GDB.
My name is Renee Carrasco. My dog's name is Snoopy.
Renee sits in front of a fireplace.
So the reason that I wanted to get a guide dog was because I came across some videos from Guide Dogs for the Blind, and that was my introduction to guide dog travel.
Renee and Snoopy walk along a city sidewalk and cross a street at an intersection.
What I saw was the ease of travel, the speed that the guide dog handler would move with. That's what I wanted for myself. And not only that, but it was also the companionship.
Renee and Snoopy play with a tug toy outside in the yard.
Working with Snoopy has changed my life dramatically because there's so much freedom that comes along with having a guide dog. It's made the hard parts of blindness not so hard.
Renee sits next to Snoopy and gives him a pat on the chest.
I feel like my outlook on life and the world is so much more positive having Snoopy in my life.
My name is Amit Ahuja and my guide dog's name is Tashi.
I had the opportunity to complete Guide Dogs for the Blind's Orientation and Mobility Immersion Program.
Amit stands on a path with his white cane.
And not only did it help me learn to navigate my environment more safely using a white cane, it also made me an even more confident guide dog handler.
My experience was just fabulous.
Amit and his O&M instructor analyze an intersection and cross a city street.
We trained in different locations, practiced different skills, worked out a way to analyze a traffic crossing. I think GDB has transformed my life. To say that it's meeting my needs would be an understatement.
My name is Ella, and this is my canine buddy, Lafferty.
Ella sits on the floor of a living room next to a black lab.
Lafferty is just so amazing in many ways. He's such a good boy. He brings me so much joy and is one of my best friends.
With kids with visual impairments,
Ella's mom, Christy McKerney.
the struggle is real for social contact. It's hard to make friends sometimes. And with Lafferty, he's an automatic draw for all kids, which is wonderful. Lafferty has totally opened up, for Ella, new social connections.
Back to Ella.
I would recommend canine buddies. They're just really good dogs, and they can change a person's life and make it better.
All of Guide Dogs for the Blind services are provided free of charge, and our work is made possible by the generous support of our donors and volunteers.
Renee sits next to Snoopy on the grass in the park.
We receive no government funding.
This organization has made such a huge impact on my life and the lives of so many countless people, and the donors are the ones that make that possible.
Close-up of Snoopy.
Thank you so much.
Ella and Lafferty.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Amit and his guide dog Tashi sit on the beach and watch the sunset.
Together, we are unstoppable. To learn more about our life-changing programs and to support our work, please visit guidedogs.com or scan the QR code.
It's Mallory again. So in addition, we have our O&M immersion program and our Canine Buddy program, and today we're going to celebrate our 6 new clients from our Guide Dog program. So the Guide Dog program is a 2-week program where clients are matched with a dog who is compatible with their lifestyle in order to enhance their mobility. We have a variety of training models, both in-home and in residence. So today we have our 6 graduates from our Oregon campus. And I'd like to invite up the instruction staff. These folks did a fantastic job over the last 2 weeks, and it's been a pleasure to share Class 500 with all these folks. So we have qualified instructor Rihanna Baldry, apprentice instructor Hannah Pettit, qualified instructor Joey Footmead, and apprentice instructor Kathleen Mitchell. So congrats, everyone. And I am going to turn it over to Hannah Pettit to introduce our clients.
Hello, my name is Hannah, and I'm an apprentice instructor here on campus, and I'll be introducing our clients. Our first graduate is Afron Abdo from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Afron is receiving her Ergo, a handsome, large male Labrador Retriever. Ergo was raised by Amanda Hinkle of Cresswell, Oregon. Afron is looking forward to exploring new hikes in her home area, attending college together, and eventually walking down the aisle to get her bachelor's with Ergo by her side. So congratulations to Team Ergo.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. This dog is absolutely amazing. It just, you can tell that he was loved wherever he was, what puppy raising, training, everything in between. We got to to a curb, as he's supposed to show me a curb. So we went there, we're stopped. I give him, praise, kibble, and all that. And he's like, well, great. That part's over. Are we going? Like, wait, we have to read our traffic first. So he's ready for everything. which is great because he's going to go to a university that is basically 2 cities. So I love that I was matched with him. And then there's Rihanna, my instructor. Thank you, and I'm sorry for having me as your student, for putting up with me. I'm like, oh my God, I did this wrong. I want to fix this. I want to fix that. And just like, there was one route we came back from. We're in the cafe, and she's like, so this time around, tell me what you did right. Which it was hard, because every step I was thinking, I'm ruining this dog. I'm ruining this dog. I'm ruining his training. And for her to just say that, it felt great. She was an amazing instructor. And Mallory. Oh my God. And I'm not just saying this because the CEO is here. She really is great. I've had her for 2 classes, and I hope she's here when I'm here for my next guide, because I'm coming back here. Hopefully not soon, but when I'm back, I hope, even if she's retired for 1 class, just come out of retirement, please. To the kitchen staff, Catherine, thank you so much for your endless hospitality, your very delicious food that I had a very hard time saying no to. I'll have to go back on a diet when I get back. I gained some pounds. Thank you to the kitchen staff, to everyone really. I will say that unlike many schools, if not all, GDB gives us the ability to pick up the harness handle and not worry about whether we'll be able to afford our dog's medical care if something happens. And it's a matter of when, it's not a matter of if, because they're living beings. Something is going to go wrong, and vet bills are very expensive, and I cannot be grateful enough for the people that don't know us from an Adam to be able to give that to the organization so that they can say, here is this dog, go on any adventure your heart desires. Because the cane's great and everything, but there is nothing like picking up that harness handle and just going. So really, thank you. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you. My name's Amanda. I'm Ergo's Razor, and I'm supposed to share some fun stories about him growing up, because he is really, I call him kind of the dog of destiny. So much of his placement, even with us and now with Afron, just kind of seemed to just fit automatically. Meeting him at the puppy truck, they hand you this little puddle of puppy, and they make you guess his name. I knew it started with an E, and it was 2 syllables, and the person goes, it's Latin for therefore. And I immediately start cracking up because I'm a principal at a school that teaches Latin. So our students start learning Latin in 2nd grade, so the fact that we were getting a dog that was going to be raised on campus that had a Latin name, we're like, okay, this is written in the stars. It is the sign. So he has had several nicknames throughout his life. Started with Master of the Universe, because he really was just so eager to learn and to know. He potty trained in 2 weeks, Master of the Universe. And he just wants to please, and always has wanted to please. The kids at school, he was raised on campus, so he came to school with me every day. Kids called him Clifford, because they were going to love him so much that he was going to grow as big as a house, and as you can see, it almost worked. He's definitely a big boy. And there were times where I think it's so fitting, Efron, that he has found you in your pursuit of becoming a social worker, because he has such a huge heart, and I'm so thrilled that he found somebody with such a huge heart. And there were days where a student was having a particularly rough time, and the vest would come off, and I would shove him in the counselor's office with the kid. Because he's a little serotonin machine, and he would just walk up to them, set that big old blockhead on the kid's lap, and just instantly provide comfort. So he's just a good old soul. Everything from, we do paw pad work to kind of teach them position and all that kind of stuff, and he quickly learned that if he stood on the paw pad, treats were not far behind. So I would catch him on the paw pad around the house, even when we weren't training, or anything that looked like a paw pad. I would be in the bathroom getting ready for work, turn around, and he's on the bathroom scale. Like, does this work? We'd be walking around school, he'd find a little stack of books. How's this? So always showing off just how willing he has been, and he's just a perfect guy, and I'm so glad that you have found each other. So congrats, guys.
All right, our second graduate is Bradley Badger from Bountiful, Utah. Brad received Flynn, an adorable yellow male Labrador Retriever. Flynn was raised by Colleen Moss of Reno, Nevada, and Brittany and Lily of Gilbert, Arizona. Brad is looking forward to introducing Flynn to his family, teaching him his routes, and just logging mileage as a new team. Flynn likely looks forward to the naps that he will get to take while Brad is at the gym. Here's the mic.
Thank you. Many years ago, back in 1988, I went and got my first dog, and so I've been here a few times, and it's been an incredible journey to have a four-legged animal at my side. I always joke around that it takes my wife, my kids, and all my buddies to stay out of trouble. Now, can you imagine how hard it's going to be to stay out of trouble with a dog named Flynn? Some of you might remember some of his antics, but anyhow, I'd like to thank everyone that supported us here, the kitchen staff, the nurses. We left a little blood, sweat, and tears behind. And Rihanna, my trainer, she did a great job. I was a little concerned that with all my history that they might not bark at me loud enough, but she did a great job. And I'd like to thank the Eccles Foundation. They're quite a figure in our community, and I see that they're supporting guide dogs now, and I'm thankful for their sponsorship as well. I'd like to give my kids a shout out, Ian and Kaylin. Go Vikings. That should put a big smile on her face. I've often told people, they say, what is it like to go down there and train a dog? Because I'm usually out and about, and I just love to be logging mileage with my dog. And I tell them, it's the opportunity of a lifetime. And I've been through this several times. So I've had several opportunities. So for those of you who are involved in the program, which is all of you, I say thank you.
All right. Congratulations, Brad and Flynn. Our third graduate is Tamara Boccaccio of Vancouver, Canada. Tammy received Jenna, a cute female yellow Labrador Retriever. Jenna was raised by Chrissy Denoyer and Martin Harris of Gig Harbor, Washington. Tammy is excited to take Jenna to local plays and concerts, going for long walks around her home area, and she is looking forward to bringing Jenna home and continuing to get to know this sweet girl. Here you are, Tammy. Okay.
Thank you. I have been with Guide Dogs for the Blind since 1997. Jenna is my 5th guide. She is my 2nd female guide and my 1st yellow lab. I want to say a big thank you to the puppy raisers, both Chrissy and her family, and Alana and Kamei, for raising such a wonderful, sweet little dog. She is such a hard worker, but she likes to play just as hard, which is so much fun. I also want to say thank you to Hannah for working with me over the past couple of weeks. I've had to get rid of some pretty, interesting habits that we seem to develop with our previous guides, but it's been a really good learning experience. And it's been so wonderful to work with Hannah and the other instructors here, and to work with Jenna over the past couple of weeks. I think that the two of us have really evolved over the past couple of weeks. Not that the first few days were impossible, but you're getting to know each other and you're learning about each other. And I really see a real difference between the first week and my second week, and just how much we had grown and learned together. I want to say thank you to my classmates. I think we had a really great experience. I appreciate each and every one of you and your guides. It has been such a pleasure to get to know all of you, and I really hope that we can keep in touch when we go home. Thank you to the kitchen staff. The food was amazing, as Ephron has said. I totally agree with her. The hospitality, though, was equally amazing, and just really, really kind and considerate and thoughtful individuals and teams. I am really looking forward to going home with Jenna, as Hannah has said. I have really enjoyed my 2 weeks here, but now it's time to go home and time to work with Jenna and explore Vancouver together and go on our many adventures. Jenna will have a wonderful time, I think, in Vancouver. We will go swimming at the pool. She will watch me swim. She will not go in the water. We will go to the gym. We will go to plays, concerts, coffee shops, visiting with friends, and also just chilling at home with a book or a podcast. I am really looking forward to that time, and I want to thank each and everyone at Guide Dogs and the puppy raisers for giving me that opportunity. Finally, I just want to say a thank you to Mallory as well. I know I thank the instructors, but I think Mallory kept things together for us and kept things moving for all of us. And I want to thank you for that as well. And thank you for taking me to the aquatic center to see how Jenna behaved at the pool, and she did so well. I am so proud of her for that. Thank you again, and we will see you in quite a few years' time, hopefully. But thank you very much to everyone.
Hi, my name is Chrissy, and I just wanted to say a few words. First, I have to say that I did have a speech prepared, but I wasn't anticipating this many people, and I feel like I'm going to draw a blank here, but I'll try my best. Bear with me. Our family feels so honored and very privileged to be here today with Tammy and Jenna and our co-raisers Kamei and Alana. And we also are incredibly grateful to Guide Dogs for the Blind for she has a very special place in our hearts. And I didn't think I was gonna break down. Give me a second. And we know 100% for certain that she is going to make Tammy feel the same way that she's made all of us feel, and everybody that's had the opportunity to touch her leash. Thank you.
All right, our fourth graduate is Kathy Lamb of Oregon City, Oregon. Kathy received Beckett, a handsome male black Labrador retriever. Beckett was raised by Kaylani Tanoga Kalhani and Mary Jane Morris of Salt Lake City, Utah, and Martine Savage Joe of Hoytsville, Utah. Kathy has been retired for 20 years and enjoys spending time with her 6 great-grandchildren, baking, especially pies, and walking through her neighborhood and reading. You're welcome.
Well, welcome. It's quite a crowd. Beckett is my second dog, and he's black lab male, as she said, and we're getting to know each other and each other's personalities. Keep it up, Kathy. Okay. But the support from guide dogs is amazing. They think of everything. They fixed us a little snack last Sunday because we were going to have a brunch. And I wanted a hard-boiled egg also, and they even peeled it for me. So, you know, they're awesome. The support they give us, the leadership must be awesome because it goes all the way down to the bottom. And my instructors were great. They kept me in line, kept my left foot where it's supposed to be, and Beckett likes to lay down a lot. He needs to rest. But yeah, this is a great organization, and I'm so glad there's so many people that support them. That's the opportunity to have the freedom to go where I want to go is so great, be it a plane or a train. I haven't done a cruise yet, but yeah. So anyways, just thank you for all of you, for your support, your love, and the puppy raisers, I really thank. I mean, how do you raise a dog and then let somebody else have him because they really need him? So I praise both of you guys. Thank you. And thank you, guide dogs.
Hello. Jeez. Jeez. Okay, that was a bit loud. My bad. My name is Kalani, and I was the trainer, the puppy raiser for Beckett. And I just got to say, it was such a pleasure to have him, even when he was a little puppy. I fell in love with him when I first got him in my hands. He was so sweet, and it's just, wow, just doing this is such an amazing experience, you know? I mean, with doing this, it's just like, yeah, what Kathy said, it was hard to give him up, but I always prepared myself with the mentality of that I'm doing this so that someone else's lives can be better and that they're going to be going for what is he doing? Is that Beckett is here for a much greater purpose than being a house pet, you know? And so, yeah, it's just a lovely pleasure, and the training with them and just being with them throughout this journey has been a wonderful experience. And yeah, of the 2 dogs that we've trained so far, Becca has by far been the best one in terms of just being a good dog instead of causing a ruckus. Yeah, I mean, he's essentially your shadow because he'll want to follow you wherever you go whenever he's walking about in the house. Because like whenever me or Intimary were to get up and move around, he would want to follow. He'd always wanted to be by someone, and I do have to admit, he is kind of a lazy dog. He always lays, but that's what I really liked about him. He never got into any trouble. He always tests the waters a little bit. He always put a paw or 2 up on our couch to saying, "Is this okay? No, okay." and just taking him to my high school where I first started doing guide dogs was just really wonderful, and I one day decided to bring him to my club, and everyone just fell in love with him immediately, and so he unofficially became the club mascot. Yeah, and so, but yeah, training Beckett and just going through this journey has just been a wonderful experience that I don't think anything else could anything else could top. And it's just a wonderful thing. And knowing that I've been doing something to help someone else, it's just something I always like doing. Always wanting to try to better someone else's life for the good, you know?
Wow, Kalani, well done. I'm Kalani's mom, and meeting Kathy, this journey has come full circle. It is such a pleasure to meet you. When we first met Beckett, I could not imagine being able to give Beckett up. But to have watched what's gone on for the last 14 months, and now to be able to hand him off to Kathy is really a pleasure to do that. We first met Beckett through a class that Kalani took at Highland High School in Salt Lake City, Utah. A woman named Martine Savageau began that program quite a few years ago where high school students raise guide dogs. And they went to high school every day with the kids. And from a mom's perspective now, to watch what Kalani has learned about what we call adulting 101 by being a parent to a guide dog has been amazing. The gift keeps going. From the puppy raiser perspective, to have watched how he's grown up and matured, learned how to be a caregiver. I practice with him and he sort of smiles sheepishly when I say, "You're going to be a great dad because of what you've done with Beckett." And in terms of passing Beckett on to the life that he's meant to have, that is also an amazing gift because we use that as a life lesson too, that Beckett has been with us for a time, and it's now time for Beckett and all of the other guide dogs to go on and fulfill their life goals, their life missions. And I said, and Kalan, one day you'll leave me and you'll have a wife and you'll have kids and you'll fulfill your life mission as well. And so it really is the gift that keeps going around, beginning right from the puppy raisers and right through to the clients. And so, Kathy, thank you. We wish you all the best with you and Beckett, a life full of adventure and opportunity. And we know it'll be good for both of you, and it's been our honor and pleasure to be part of the journey. Thank you.
All right. Our fifth graduate is Tara Perry of St. Simon's Island, Georgia. Tara received Hetty, a petite female black Labrador retriever. Hetty was raised by Andrea Vander Zanden of Renton, Washington, and Prad and Shafali of Bellevue, Washington. Tara has been working guide dogs for 32 years and is recently retired. She is still figuring out what she wants to do when she grows up. She enjoys reading, spending time with family and friends, connecting with nature, and anything to do with a horse.
Is that good? A little higher. How about that? Oh, closer, higher. My goodness. And she's being so good, I'm going to be quick because she's a wiggler. As 32 years, that's a long time. And I think what really hits me each time, and even stronger each time, is just an understanding of the heart and commitment and dedication that it takes for this experience to happen. And it starts wherever that breeding happens, and it goes, you know, very interesting smells. From there to the kennels and, you know, to the puppy raisers. And I don't know about you guys, but I love the idea of a puppy truck. I just think that sounds great, a puppy truck. And to go there, and then they get delivered, and then the puppy raisers and the dedication and time that takes in their lives. And then, you know, as Kathy has said too, being able to give that back up to someone like us. And then we come in, it's exciting, we come in and then, you know, all the dogs are different, all the people are different, and I just can only imagine the trainers must sit down and go, how are we going to accomplish this? And they're so positive and so kind, and they correct you in the most courteous ways. You know, it's firm, it's courteous, but you walk out still thinking, I can do this. And that's a tremendous, tremendous gift. And then, you work your dog and the support along the way. Any little thing that happens, you can call, you feel support. It's an incredibly positive experience. And then in retirement, some of us keep our dogs, our dogs are adopted out, but the support just continues with all that love and dedication that has come the whole time. So to even think about that, and then to think about that over a 32-year time period, it's kind of overwhelming, actually. I'm trying not to cry, can you tell? So I think I'm going to steal from my papa. My papa used to say to his family that he loved us with all of his heart. And I think what I'm going to say about that is that I think everyone that touches any part of this experience does it with all of their heart. And we want to thank you from all of our hearts and from the bottom of our heart and with all of our heart. And I don't know about you guys, but Hetty's got one heck of a big heart. So that's big. So thank you so very, very much.
Hi, I'm Andrea, and as always, it's such a privilege to be here, being able to handle the dogs and then seeing where they end up, meeting people like Tara and all the people that work here at Guide Dogs and just believe in the mission as I do. And I always am excited to go to the puppy truck and get those little balls of joy there. You go and they are full of puppies and they come out and they hand you this little ball of fur and like you know what you're doing and you take it home and hope for the best. But Hetty was personality plus, and she always had a wiggle for everybody, and she loved everybody. And at one point she was out on the deck and we had it gated off just so she'd stay put on the deck. And I think she bumped the gate and it fell with a crash. And she ran as fast as she could. She looked like some kind of cartoon Scooby-Doo, running into the house, up the stairs, into the bedroom, into her crate. She'd have slammed the door and locked it if she could. But so I went up to go make sure she wasn't cowering in her shoes. And she said, I ain't coming out and you can't make me. So, okay, I went back downstairs. And she did come out, obviously. She's here. And she went over to that gate. My daughter helped her. She was all excited about the gate and said, look at this gate. There's nothing wrong with this gate. And Hetty kind of said, okay. And she never had another problem with that gate. She had retrieved her confidence. And we went one place where I was a little concerned. We went and visited our local fire station, and where they have all those big trucks and the lights and the sirens and the diesel engines. And she loved it. She wiggled for all the firefighters. She was particularly charmed by one fellow, and they spent a lot of time together. And he, at one point, came out in the full bunker gear, and I was I had watched some of the other dogs who weren't too sure about this guy in this big bunker suit looking like Darth Vader. But she went running up to him. He got down on his knee, and she came running and licked his face shield. It was her brand new friend, and she recognized him, even in the face mask. So that was just typical Hetty. She built on all of her confidence, and she became a pretty nice dog. So, it's always a privilege to be able to work with these dogs and have fun too, most of the time anyway. So, and I hope you, Tara and Hetty, have many happy times. So it's been so nice meeting you. Thank you.
Shefali and we got Hetty from Andrea when she was about 18 weeks old. And she's our first puppy, so we had zero confidence in ourselves. But the Bellevue Club was great. Our leaders, Karen and Lisa, they were with us every step of the way. So thank you so much. Thank you for the community. Thank you for the club for supporting us. And it's great to see Hetty graduate today and go home with Tara. Hetty, I was her strict parent. She was her fun parent. So Hetty went to work with me about 4 days a week, and she worked with in a large lab with about 100 people. And I was telling Tara before, she has two modes. She has a work mode, and then Hetty also has a wiggle mode. And just like Ergo, she had her gear off time because she was around 100 people. They saw her every day. They were not able to pet her, so I always carved out 15 minutes every now and then for people to get the pets, and for her, she loves people, to go say hi to them as well. And people were always amazed at whenever I gave her the command and she went into her wiggles, it was a different dog. So that's my most favorite memory. Everyone at work still asks about her. They demand the pup dates as well. So that is great every month. And yeah, I hope you guys have more adventures and fun together. Yeah.
All right, lastly, in our sixth graduate is Alicia Ziska from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Alicia received Sal, another tall and handsome male yellow Labrador Golden Retriever coated cross. Sal was raised by Melissa Peterson and Jeremy Wallen of Seattle, Washington, and Eddie Krukowski of Seattle, Washington. When Alicia isn't working for her family's entertainment center company in marketing, she can be found baking homemade dog treats, out camping with her family, or cooking.
For the record, my maiden name started with a B, and I'm not used to going last. So everything I planned on saying, everyone has already said, the first 5 people, so bear with me. So really, to be up here on the stage is just amazing. Everyone here at GDB is just so happy, and it reflects in the dogs. And the dorm staff is amazing. You know, they tell us here that really our job, why we're here, is to be successful and become a successful team with our dog. And the dorm staff here really makes that possible. You know, Kelly and Catherine make sure that we have enough calories to burn while we're on those here in the kitchen, when we're on our walks. The nursing staff is just so amazing. They have this giant jacuzzi tub that we get to soak in if we're hurting. And the nurses just started giving me the 8 o'clock slot. So I might have to admit to my dad that I am high maintenance. Kind of weird. But and the RAs are just always solid. You know, they're always there if we have a question or if we need anything whatsoever. They're just amazing. Of course, the trainers, Hannah was my trainer. There's a couple times I'm like, I don't even know what Sal is doing. And she's like, well, he's correct. I don't know what you're doing, but the dog is correct. I was like, okay, let's regroup. I was telling her, I was like, you know, if you gave me cookies as well, I think I would perform better as well, just saying. Yeah. So, but the two groups that I would like to thank the most really is the donors, because this is a completely donation found. There's no government funding. So if you've donated $5 or $50 or $5,000, I just want to personally thank you guys to make it possible for us to stand on the stage. And then the puppy raisers. You know, when you're out working a guide dog, everyone has a story for you about how they look like their shadow at home or their Sandy at home, whatever it is. But people start asking about the process. And, you know, they always end up saying 2 things to me about puppy raisers is, I don't know how, like I couldn't raise a dog and give it away. And it just amazes me that you guys take these puppies and you teach them, no, don't chew on the couch, don't pee on the rug. And we get these perfectly dogs that you guys do all this hard work, and it's really so we can have freedom as an individual. And then the other phrase I hear a lot is, I just don't have the lifestyle to raise a guide dog puppy. And for all those guide dog puppy raisers out there, I want to thank you for realizing that us as blind people, we have those lives. We have the kids in marching band, or we have the jobs that are 8 to 10 hours a day, or we travel a lot, or we have a toddler at home that just won't get off the puppy, you know. So I want to thank every single one of the puppy raisers, because really it's just, I know from the bottom of my heart that I believe you're not just a puppy raiser, you are the foundation of my freedom, of my independence. So thank you guys.
Not fair making me cry before I have to talk. Absolutely unfair. Also, the other 5 guides, I've been just sitting here tearing up. I brought my tissue. I'm Melissa, this is Jeremy. We co-raised Sal, this wonderful golden goober, with Callie and Eddie, who are with us from the live stream. Hi! And I'm just so happy to be here. We raised this goober, Sal. We also called him our miniature Clydesdale, which fit, but also we called him Fabio, which fit even more. And when he was little, we called him our spotless baby giraffe, because he just grew up before he grew out. And he just got longer, like the legs got longer and longer. It was very impressive. And I'm so proud of the dog that he has become. I have been with Guide Dogs for the Blind as a puppy raiser since 1991. So, thank you. So that means that I'm 34 years old, obviously. You can do the math on that. I was very young when I started raising. And there are a lot of things that are different from when we started. I remember when we used to have German Shepherds in the program. I remember when gentle leaders were invented. Yeah, that was amazing. I remember when this campus was built. I remember the first time that I got to come to a graduation here, which was incredible. So many changes that have happened over just the time that I have known Guide Dogs for the Blind. Here I go. I know. I always think of giant spiders when I'm trying to get myself back under control. Like Aragog. It works every time. See? I'm good. I'm good. The thing that is still exactly the same as when I started is, can't look at him, is the way that your heart breaks when you give him back. And the other thing that is exactly the same, I know, buddy, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm so good, in fact, is the way that your heart is unbroken when you see this. It is amazing. It is such a privilege to be able to be up here. I second the thanks to all of the donors. It is just incredible to be able to raise a dog, and we don't have to pay for the vet bills either. And believe me, in that first year, whew, you get some puppies who can get into some of those spicy bees, spicy flies. Oh, they're so tasty. Yeah, it's just an amazing, incredible thing, and I am so just pleased to be here and to be able to be on this stage, to be on a campus full of people who are as obsessed with this dog as I am. Like, it's an incredible feeling, and incredible to see the partnership, because that's the thing that makes you feel so good as a raiser, to see them so smart, and so brave, and so just gorgeous. Could you tone down the locks a little bit? He cannot tone it down at all. He's never been able to. Just walking up to the stage was amazing, because I used to be the person holding the leash. I never got to see his butt floof. He works it. It's so incredible. I want to say a special thank you to our co-raisers, Callie and Eddie. They were amazing. Thank you to all of the raisers in our club for all of the puppy sitting and the pets and the snuggles. And a thank you just to Guide Puppies of Seattle. They make a donation to sponsor the harness for every dog from our club who makes it to here. And Sal's harness is in honor of a very special member of our club.
I'm gonna go again. Here we go. We're all there. I know. Dallas DeLay was a member of our club who passed in 2020. He was an educator, a labor organizer, a construction management expert who raised 17 puppies in our club with his wife Heidi, who was one of our club leaders. So Sal, you're taking some beautiful memories with you. And I'm just so glad he goes to you.
All right. Once again, congratulations to all of the teams that have graduated in Oregon 500.
Hello, it's Mallory. I am back, and we are going to have a short training demonstration from Joey, has one of our dogs in training. And they're going to be showing us a little bit about clicker training and how dogs learn some of their jobs while they're here on campus. So as our clients come to class, they learn so much while they're here. So not only are they learning to work with a guide, they also have a workshop on animal learning theory. We practice going through like a mock TSA simulation at the airport. And one of the things they do is they have a clicker training workshop. So today, Joey has a black lab named Roscoe, who's a very enthusiastic training dog. And he's showing us how we use the clicker. So the puppies come onto campus with a lot of different behaviors that the puppy raisers have taught them. And in formal training, we're able to use the clicker to show the dog exactly what the right behavior is. So right when Roscoe does the right behavior, Joey clicks, Roscoe gets a kibble, and he knows to do that behavior again. And so as we start to learn other things, the clients can use a skill called hand targeting to teach the dogs to find different things in their home area. So today, Joey and Roscoe are going to practice finding a bench. So Roscoe already knows how to hand target. So as Joey holds out a fist, Roscoe's going to touch it with his nose, get a click and a kibble. And we can use the skill to show Roscoe what is a target instead of an obstacle. So Joey's going to put his hand on the bench, Roscoe touches it, and he gets a reward. So as they repeat that several times, this would start to show Roscoe that we want to find this bench instead of avoid it when we walk by. So a client might use this to find an APS pole at a traffic light, maybe find a bench at a bus station, or just the right elevator in a big bank of elevators at an office building. So once Roscoe's showing some anticipation, we're going to tell him he's doing great and maybe see if he's ready to do guide work and find it. So we'll see if his enthusiasm. He's pulling very hard and is very excited about that bench. Maybe we'll let him do one more from the edge of the stage. He's got a very waggy tail and he's very enthusiastically dragging to that bench. Excellent. Good boy, Roscoe. Thank you to Joey and Roscoe. They're going to come back at the end of graduation and they'll hang out to answer any questions that anyone has. And I am going to turn the microphone over to Susan Armstrong, who is our Vice President of Client Programs, to share a mayoral proclamation from the town of Gresham.
Thank you, Mallory. Hi, everyone. As Mallory said, my name is Susan Armstrong, and I started at this organization the month of OR1. So I could not miss today's OR 500, and I always think the clients and puppy raisers share why this organization exists and how much wonderfulness it is, the best that anyone can articulate. But what I will say is that I feel so lucky to not only my work is here for a bigger purpose, but I get to know all of you in this room, and whether you are a client or a donor, staff, volunteer, you're all here for a bigger purpose too. And I like to say it's the best of humanity, because I feel like if you are feeling blue or you are having doubts about our world, just come to graduation. You know, just come here and your spirit will be lifted. But so I'm very, very proud to be a part of this organization, and I just want to thank all of you for being here and for whatever part you play. It's important. We need you, and we couldn't do it without you. So Thank you. So I'm going to read this proclamation, and when I started here, I did not need these glasses, but I do now. So you can do the math. I was 21 when I started, so someone else was talking about the math. You can do the math. All right. So this is from the Mayor of Gresham. So, City of Gresham proclamation, it says, whereas the City of Gresham declares August 24th, 2024, Guide Dogs for the Blind Graduation Day, as Guide Dogs for the Blind celebrates its 500th graduation in Oregon. Whereas, there's a few whereases in here, whereas the organization, as the largest guide dog school in North America, has had more than 16,000 guide dog teams graduate since it was founded in 1942. Whereas the organization empowers individuals who are blind or visually impaired to move through the world more safely and confidently. Whereas Guide Dogs for the Blind provides all services to clients free of charge and receives no government funding. Whereas the organization advocates for policy reforms that further inclusion and change how the world views blindness. Now, therefore, I, Travis Stovall, Mayor of the City of Gresham, do hereby proclaim Saturday, August 24th, 2024, as Guide Dogs for the Blind Graduation Day. And I'm going to turn the mic over to Chris here, but one of the things that I also wanted to say is the community that's built here, you know, the fact that the mayor is giving us a proclamation is just really an indication of how this organization has become part of the community, and when you join our organization, you become part of that community too. So we're really grateful for the City of Gresham and City of Sandy and every other place around this campus that helps us fulfill our mission. So with that, I will turn it over to Chris, who will be doing the puppy delivery.
Oh, are you guys excited? I'm excited. Yes, I have the honor to start 2 puppies on their journey to become guide dogs. So can we get the puppies up here? Yay! Do we have puppies? Puppy, puppy, puppy? They're on their way. All right. Does anybody have a joke they might want to tell? I'm the worst at telling jokes. I never get the punchline right. So, they're coming, they're coming. I'm seeing people pointing. They're awfully cute. So one of the things that we're going to do today, if you've not been to a puppy delivery, nobody knows, other than me, what the name of the puppy is. So we're going to do a little guessing game with regards to the name. So we're going to start with our puppy raiser. I'm going to tell the puppy raiser the first letter of the name, give them a chance to see if they can guess it. If they can't guess it, I'll give them a hint. If they still can't guess it, I'm going to give you guys a chance to guess. Okay? All right. Here they come. All right. Woo! Come on out on stage. Everybody wants to see this little guy. All right. All right. So, can I get Megan Bateran? Oops, look at, hey, we've got our second little guy here. All right, puppy raiser Megan Bateran. Yay, Megan. All right. So, Megan, what club are you from?
Lake Oswego.
Lake Oswego. And how many puppies have you raised?
This will be my first.
First puppy. All right. All right. So Megan, you are going to be getting a black lab male. Oops. Yep. There's a certain way that you hold puppies, right? You're going to be getting a black lab male. The mom is Haley, and the dad is Hyper. If I do it correctly, I should say the dam and the sire. And his name starts with W. Any idea? William? Good guess, but no. Winston, another good guess, but no. Let me give you a hint. The last name of a syndicated American newspaper gossip columnist. Walter, no. And a radio news, well, so it's called blah, blah, blah. All right. Or a famous donut shop in Los Angeles. Winchell, you got it. Thank you. All right. Black Lab, thank you. Thank you. Oh, gorgeous. All right, Claire Cooper. Welcome, Claire. So, Claire, what club are you with?
Hood River.
Hood River. And how many puppies have you raised?
This will be number 8.
Whoa, all right. Claire, all right. So, Claire, you're getting a yellow male lab. Also from Dam and Sire, Haley and Hypor. This little guy's name also starts with a W. Any thoughts?
How about Wesley?
Wesley? No. I'll give you a hint. It's my nephew's name. All right, let me give you another hint, since you don't know my nephew. The meaning of the name is firm desire or determination. Wilton, no. Will. All right, there we go. Very good. Thank you so much. Oh, very cute. Thank you. All right, I'm going to turn things over to Mallory, who's going to close us out. Thank you.
Congrats to the new cute puppies in the audience. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I get to be the first to officially say congrats to Class Oregon 500. Ephraim, Brad, Tammy, Kathy, Tara, and Alicia, congratulations. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today, whether you're here in this very full auditorium or online. It was great to spend the afternoon with you. And we would just like to share, if anyone is interested in volunteering, joining the staff, or in our services, please visit our website at guidedogs.com. This will end the live stream. Joey and his training dog will be up here to answer any questions. And for those of you on campus, please join us in the other room at the gift shop for cake and appetizers. And the tours are going to start in 15 minutes. They'll meet out in the lobby. So congrats, everyone, and thank you.